Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday, and welcome to week number 9 of this 2006, season. I was looking at the thing that I've been saying for weeks. Don't pay any attention to that. I paid attention to it. Anyway, got to pay attention to the Lions because that's the team we're playing next. Excuse me. All right, let's take a quick look at the standings here. We are a game behind the Chargers. This is a big matchup. I mean, who knows what happens with them in their game, but a win will help us. The Lions are just trying to stay alive here, just trying to get something to build off of with a win. And, beating a team that's doing pretty well would be a good thing for them. And I didn't see, did the Chargers play their game yet? No, they didn't. They got Houston later on. All right. Let's go and see what... All right, we got Fargus back. We're going to have to go into the lineup and make some adjustments. Well, mainly to make one adjustment, and the adjustment is taking Moss back out of the lineup because we've got him intentionally benched in order to, for one thing, dictate the accuracy of the difficulty that this season should have as the 2006 Raiders. And he essentially was not really on the field, even though he physically was. He did not give a shit when he played for the Raiders. And you'd see something very similar to that happen like a decade later when Antonio Brown, that debacle took place when he came to the Raiders. But I did find it amusing, very amusing, that after Brown left the Raiders, that he went to the Patriots and played one game before getting shit canned due to his, escapades. That's a whole fucking story. Oh, come on, I had it. Fumble! Come on, pick it up. How the hell did he get it? How did he get it? Ugh. It was like I was right on it. I even dove to try to get the ball to bounce a couple more times because I think it's like after X amount of bounces is when it gets recovered. Oh, yeah, they got John Kitna. Anyway, I thought it was funny that after he goes to the Patriots, and because he did play one game before getting the axe, the Patriots were responsible for paying him a certain amount of money. I think the Raiders got out of just about all of that contract that they had with him because he never played for them. He never got on the field aside from preseason. And then I also think I think it's just theory, but I think that the fact that Brown failed with New England, the whole experience failed. It's not like he played bad. It was he was gone. That would go on to have play a role in the fallout between Brady and the Patriots organization, particularly Belichick. Because I think they said, oh shit, that's right, I gotta change the lineup. So, I'm over here talking about Antonio Brown. I'm forgetting about the other. Oh, shit. I did not mean to call that play. I was too busy, alright, I gotta... Man, that's not gonna work. Fuck! I ran a draw on 3rd and 13. I mean, maybe they catch them by surprise or some shit. I was not thinking about down and distance. I was just like, oh, I gotta get Moss back out of there. I distracted myself and then failed to drive. Consider it a penalty for having Moss out there for a play. Or for a couple plays. Derek Burgess. And they are just conceding the yardage, the series for the sake of yardage. Just get some of that back. All right. Let's see here. Come on, Porter. All right, right in his hands. Perfectly timed. Into the red zone we go. Here they come. Here come the bastards. Second and forever. Oh, right in his hands. You can't get... Ugh. Could not have thrown it any better. I was thinking about running, but he was wide open. He was right past the first down marker. He was just sitting there. Right off his fucking hands. Stop. Ugh. And it's picked. God damn it. Now we come away with no points out of the whole deal. I should have just ran with it. You know, I knew there was gonna be. There had to be guys down there. It was there was the end zone. There was nowhere else to go. I chucked it. I winged it. I threw a caution to the wind, and the wind threw the caution right back in my face. All right, not a sack, but you know, prevented a massive Kitna scramble, which you know the dreaded John Kitna scramble, only dangerous to 2006 Raiders. Although, you know, in all fairness, I'm ragging on a defense that was actually pretty good. It just goes to show how bad this team was, how bad the offense was, mainly. That this team had only 2 wins and had a top 10 defense. And holy shit, Jones is like 150 miles an hour. Oh my god. All right, we obviously target him. Jesus Christ. I think he's faster than Bo. I mean, he might be like the same. I don't know what attributes they gave him, but he might be in excellent condition, and the physical condition of your players does dictate your attributes quite a bit. So it can alter them. So anyway, let's try to get on the board here at least. Alright, we're getting a lot more than I expected out of that play. I was just hoping to get a first down. Really, I was just hoping to get like 5 yards at first. Alright, we got all the time in the world here. Ah, the dreaded double team. You know, I think I could have broken that tackle if I was keyed on him for long enough, but you know, the other guy just was there. Alright, nothing doing there. Back to the original line of scrimmage. I just want to get this first down. Oh, come on! It's a second drop in a row that would have resulted a first down. Not necessarily by him. There was 2 different receivers, I believe. That defender was coming in hot. Well, we got points. I asked for it and got it. I said I just want to get on the board here, and that's what we did. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Oh, my God. Don't dive. Just catch up to him. Jesus Christ. And they got time for a field goal here. Oh, they got the right distance for a field goal. They're going for it right now. Well, I'm not going to miss this one. It's right down the fucking pipe. Well, that sucks. Special teams fucked that one up. There's been a lot of mistakes in this game. The missed opportunity of the fumble recovery didn't really hurt that much because it led to a missed field goal, but there was a pickoff in the end zone. We can't get our good return ourselves here. pickoff in the end zone. There was just the god-awful coaching by me at the beginning, the first drive. And then the kick return, just let it blow right by. So, you know, it's been all three phases of the game have fucked up in some capacity. The defense has been pretty good aside from that one play where they give up the big fucking run. And they had him back there a bit, too. Now we're going to get a decent return. And you know what? I'd rather have that return now 10 times out of 10 than the last play of the half, because then it wouldn't have counted for shit. They're dropping back, and they get a sack. Ugh, the guys were covered. Let's just get some of it back here. Alright, we got a good deal of it back, but we gotta get the first down now. Alright. No! No! Oh, God, and now add that to the list. Damn it. Just so many miscues. The coaching, the offense, the defense, and the special teams have all fucked up at least once. But because the defense has played pretty good for the most part, we're still in this game. They did fuck up. They're on the list, but it was just for that one play. Man, there's 3 runs to this. 4 runs. All the runs are to him. So it's. Yeah, he better not have caught that. I would have been so pissed. Oh, come on, I'm tied up. I'm lucky I caught up to him. He was off to the races if I didn't. Come on, guys. That's why I say ignore the records. Ignore the records. It doesn't mean shit. It can give you an indication of, you know, a potential blowout about to happen kind of deal. If you see 2 teams with very different records, but, you know, any given Sunday, these are the best players in the world, even though this is one of the worst teams of all time that I'm playing as. Alright. Again, the defense bails us out, keeps them from bleeding too much, and they were put in a bad position with the turnover. And maybe we'll miss this one too. No! That arrow is sailing right. I guess, well, for one thing, it's Jason Hansen, who's a very reliable kicker with very good accuracy. And 2, I don't even know what the second point was going to be. Oh, it was close. It was fairly close. But still, I would have thought it would be close enough to at least go off the upright. At least. All right, we got work to do here. We're down 2 scores now. Oh God, everybody in the world is covered. I can't. I'm actually gonna get yards out of this. Not a first down, but Jesus Christ, I thought that was gonna be a sack. Everybody was covered. I was gonna. And Crockett just steamrolls for some more yards. We gotta call a play here. Get something. Get a play up before the quarter ends. All right, that time Crockett caught it. He had a drop earlier. He was one of the culprits. Technically, if we are in the it's not 4-down territory yet. You know, we can kick a field goal, go down 3. Go down 7. Oh no! Wow, there was some heavy traffic over there. All right, the blitz actually helped us there because the whole middle level was gone. No, no. Phew. I just really did not want to get sacked. Alright. Finally, we crossed the goal line. It took long enough, but we did it. And there's enough time. We don't have to try anything crazy like an onside kick, which works like once out of every 100 times you try it. There's plenty of time. Almost the majority of the fourth quarter. And defense has been playing pretty good. You know, like they've given up points mostly when put in bad situations, but you know, man, this Drummond guy, he's all right. Don't let Jones run off with it. They've been throwing a lot. Ugh. The dreaded Kitna scramble. Oh, he broke away! I had him tied up! Come on, guys, catch up to him. Alright. We can hold him to a field goal. Don't want to, of course, but we can't give up too many first downs here. We gotta... Fumble! Even better! Come on, pick it up, we got it! Alright, we got a chance. We got a fucking chance. Preferably a touchdown. A field goal only ties it. Puts it into overtime. Go. Go. No! Oh, no! Oh, motherfucker. I screwed that pooch with that one. I got thrown off by the route. I thought he was going to keep going straight. I thought it was the go route. Oh, fuck. Everybody's covered. Shit. It's third and a mile and a half. Come on, Curry. Yes! Leaping catch. I should have went out of bounds just to prevent the possibility of a fumble, but it worked out. Don't fumble it. Just whatever you fucking do. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Alright, I have time for, like, a quick play. Like, a really quick play. I was playing with fire on that one. What were the odds that that was going to work on top of it? Between the time and the odds of making the catch, I was getting greedy with it. I really shouldn't have done that. She just went out there, lined it up with Seabass, kick it, and live to fight another day. Live to fight another quarter because we're going into overtime here. We should be grateful that we're even in this position because they were driving to put the game away there. And we won the coin toss. You know, that's the other thing. You win the coin toss, you give yourself a chance to put yourself in a really good position. You can win the game on the first drive here. Shortish kick. Alright, decent return. Decent enough. Excuse me. Alright, we don't have to go crazy here. It's next score wins. Alright, good job, Lamont, in getting the most out of that. We had to kind of abandon the running game in the last two drives. Back to square one. It's even Steven. Alright, no, I'm not throwing at any of these guys. Everybody's covered like blankets. They're good job by the blockers to knock those guys off the play, but I was able to get some of the yardage back. And, you know, they're covering the wideouts. They're covering the guys out wide. So I've been having to dump it off a lot in this game. All right, there's a lane. We need a seal here and a seal here, which was something that Lombardi ran against these Lions a lot. I'm so tempted to just kick it now. I don't want to risk a fumble. It's a short kick. Oh my god, I thought he was going to block it. And we got it. All right. What a comeback. Down 10 in the fourth. Things weren't looking so hot. Kitna did not complete a single pass. How about that shit? Kevin Jones with 158 yards rushing. They had 173 yards rushing as a team. We threw better than we ran, which is one of the reasons why we were down. We couldn't get our game going. We could not get the running game going. But the defense kept us in it. And that was something about these 2006 Raiders that they were pretty good. They were definitely a good defense. And if you even had if they would have had even a halfway decent offense, they would have been in enough games to come back and and win get some wins. They probably would have been, maybe a 500 team or something like that with a decent offense. They weren't great, but it would have helped. All right, let's see if the Chargers lose. That's the big one to watch out for. And Houston gets the win, so we are now tied with the Chargers. And if it's going to make the difference is the point differential. Let's see where it lies. We do have that advantage. We have a 39 point differential in the plus territory. They have a 32. So it is tight. It is a tight division. And look at this. You got two other teams, Broncos and Chiefs, right below us. One game difference between four teams. And even the Jaguars are 4-4. No team with a losing record. That's crazy in a 5-team division. This division's almost the same, but the opposite direction. Nobody. Only the Jets have a losing record, but nobody has a winning record in the whole division. So that's also a tight division amongst 4 teams. And then Bengals and Steelers are, the ones that are fighting for the spot in that division. Giants are on top of this one by a game over the Eagles. Saints and Packers, that's been mainly the battle. The Vikings and Bucks are not bad at 4-4 apiece. And then speaking of 4-4, the Cardinals and Rams are tied atop the West at 4-4. So let's take a look at the league leaders because we are at the quarter mark. We're at the halfway point in this case of the whole season. Let's take a look at our rankings. I don't think we're going to be... Brooks is 17th in total rating. I don't think the yards are going to be all that much to write home about. Nope. In fact, even if you combine both of our quarterbacks, well, no, he would surpass Cutler. They would both surpass Cutler. But, it's tough to, Brooks was hurt, but even with that, not really much in the way of our passing attack. And the same thing with Crockett has 20 catches. Like I said, I've been dumping it off to him a lot. The fullback is 5th in the league in total catches. That's something. You know what? I failed to check and see how our receivers fared. Not on the list. And I don't think anybody's going to show up in yards. And not even Crockett, who gets a lot of dink and dunks, matriculates the ball down the field. Rushing. Oh, there he is. Jordan at number 19, so middle of the pack more or less. Punting's got to be at the top. Yep. Only 3 punts. 8 games, 3 punts. So out of 8, if we punted only once, and one of them was just this past week. If we punted once in 3 different games, then there's 5 whole games at least where we didn't punt at all. Maybe more. Sacks? Yeah, nobody's really standing out with the sacks. We get them sometimes, but I don't rush up the middle with anybody. I don't rush the passer. I drop back and let the drones do it, so I don't break the game. So we are, toward the bottom of in average returns. That's, total is probably more or less the same idea. And then he is also there on the punt returns, pretty low on the list. We get some interceptions. I don't know about as far as where we stand amongst the rest of the league. And yeah, not enough to make the list. There's a few guys with 2. I'm sure there's a lot more underneath all them. And as far as sacks go, scoring, Janikowski with 47 leads our team and is 25th in the league. So that is the halfway point of the season. We will be traveling. I don't know. We'll probably, if it's road, home, left or right, then we're at home against the Chiefs. So divisional game always important. We'll see how that goes there. If they were to win, they'd be 6-3, and it could be. I don't know if if the Chargers and Broncos are playing each other at all. They're not. So if they were to both win, even if just the Broncos won, the Chargers lost, and the Chiefs beat us, there'd be 4 teams at 6-3, and then maybe the Jaguars win too. I don't want this situation to happen, of course. I'm just throwing out hippos. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. We take on the Chiefs.